What's good, YouTube? Unlucky Bros Incorporated, and I'm Triple N. Um, Bringing a Sacred Beast deck profile. Sacred Beasts are really fun. I literally like the GX era, and this is the deck I've been tweaking with and playing a lot. So I thought I'd bring a deck profile just to let y'all know I'm not a real competitive player. I like to play casually, so I thought I'd bring more casual deck profiles to the channel. Because I don't like I like to play casual. I don't like I don't have no problem with competitive or anything. I like to play casual. There's with everything going on, going out isn't really the best. So I just like to play around with my friends. So I thought I'd bring casual deck profiles. If y'all like them, cool. And if y'all do know a competitive build or what I can play in the deck to make it better or competitive, let me know in the comments. But let's go ahead and get to it. I play two Hammond, Lord of the Striking Thunder. I think he's the best of the Sacred Beast. I know other people probably disagree, or other people probably say Raphael. I like Hammond more, just because I don't know. I just like him more. I don't know why. Maybe it's his bone structure. I don't know why I like him more. But it takes 3 continuous spells to summon him properly. If you destroy a monster, you can burn your opponent for 1,000. And if he's in defense position, your opponent can only attack into him. So he's really versatile. I think that's why I like him so much. He's real versatile. He can do extra damage and protect if he's like making to where you have to attack him. So it's like I like him. So I play him at 2. I play 1 Ravael. You could probably bump this up if you want to. Actually, I have an extra one of him in the extra deck. Not the the side deck. That's what it's called. In the side deck. So yeah, you probably could bump him up, but yeah, it takes 3 fiends to summon him properly. If your opponent were to normal summon, you can special summon a token, and if you contribute a monster, and this monster he'll gain that monster's attack, I think, until the end of the turn. So, real cool. I play 1 Uriah. I've seen a lot of Sacred Beast builds where they're just not playing this at all. I want to play all of them, so I'm running the 1 Uriah. You have to tribute 3 continuous traps, and he gains 1,000 for every continuous trap in your graveyard. And then if he were to pop a set spell trap on the field, he can pop a set spell trap on your field. Your opponent cannot respond to it. So 3, I played 3 Dark Beckoning Beast. Beckoning Beast is like your go-to card. It's the best card in the deck, personally, and well, the best Sacred Beast card in the deck technically, because it's the main searcher. When you normal summon, you can search for either the Sacred Beast or a card with the Sacred Beast's names in their text, which is really good because it literally searches for anything. You can search for your traps. You can search for your spells. You can search for your monsters. So play 3 because you always want to see it. You always want to normal summon it. And it also has another effect where you can summon another fiend monster as long as it has a 0 attack and 0 defense. So it's really good. So you get an additional normal summon after summoning it. Chaos Summoning Beast. It summons Sacred Beast from your hand for free. Really, it tributes itself. Summon a Sacred Beast for free. Really like that. Also, it has the ability to, if it's in the graveyard, you can banish it, search for your field spell. So you want to play it at 3. It's really good. 2 Dark Summoning Beasts. This one, if you tribute it, you can special summon 1 Sacred Beast from your from your deck. I keep saying extra deck. From your deck. For pretty much you just summon it from the deck and ignore the summoning conditions and all that. And if it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to search for a Sacred Beast. So 2 is fine. I play 2 Radiant Multidimensional Kaijus. People don't really play Kaijus as much as they used to. I still like Kaijus a little bit. Sometimes you need to out something. Sometimes they might have a Crystal Wing on board, or I don't know, the access code talker. If you somehow, if I don't know, they 1 turn access code you or something. So this is really good for that stuff, or under the Alara Darkness target. That's another reason why I'm playing this one and not the turtle one. Because someone asked me that the other day. They're like, "Why are you not playing the Sea Turtle one?" Because I wanted any more Alara Darkness targets. Because I play Alara Darkness, so do that. I play 1 Darkest Diablos. You tribute a lot in this deck with effects. So, and there are usually dark monsters that's using tribute effects. So if this is in a graveyard, you can just summon it. So that's really good. It's just in there. Plus, it's another Alara Darkness target technically. But if you have it in a graveyard and you do tribute, it just special summons itself. So it's a 3,000 on board if you Really want to do that. And you contribute monsters to make your opponent push a card from their hand back into the deck, so that's always good. I play one Danger Jackalope and one Danger Tatsunoko. Not more Alert Darkest targets personally, but you can use their effects if you want to. Like if your hand has just nothing but like fiend monsters or stuff you don't really need, you always use their effect just to see if you get it off. And it has come up at times. I've had times where my opponent will discard the fiends that I need in the graveyard to use my continuous spells effect. And so these sometimes work. Also, like they can be good tribute targets if you want them to. Like Tatsunoko has 1300. You can use Raphael's effect to tribute it to give it 13 if you want to, and stuff like that. Then Jackalope has a good 20,000 defense. So yeah, they work. On to the spells. I play 3 Opening of the Spirit Gate. It's another searcher. It lets you search, but it only lets you search for monsters. Like it only lets you search for the Sacred Beast or monsters that have Sacred Beast in their name, which is fine because you can search for your main searcher or you can just search for whatever you need monster wise. Also has the effect to you could discard a card in your hand. Special summon a fiend monster that has 0 attack and defense. And special summon it, and it also has another effect where once per turn you can add a continuous spell from your graveyard to your hand. So this is really good. It's a really versatile card. It's 3 effects in one. So that's actually really good. So you got to play 3 of it. I play 1 Cerulean Skyfire. I thought about bumping this up. I really have. I really like the card, but it's searchable, and if you Foolish Burial Goods to the grave, you can get it back with Opening of the Spirit Gates. But Cerulean Skyfire, what it does is if you have Hamon on the field, if your opponent were to activate a spell or trap effect, spell or trap, or the effect of a spell or trap, you can negate it and then rest, then put your Hamon in defense. I said rest. I'm playing way too much Vanguard. So you can put in defense, negate something. Also has an effect to where if a Sacred Beast were to leave the field while this card's on the field, you can you don't take no more damage. That's it. You don't take no more damage for that turn. So it's real nice for that. I'll play 1. Thought about bumping it up, but 1, I feel like 1's fine for right now. Fall in Paradise is your field spell. It makes it to where your Sacred Beast cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And if you have a Sacred Beast on the field, you get to draw 2 cards for free. So that's always nice. Drawing cards is nice. You want to filter through your deck as much as you can. So 2 for Fall in Paradise. I don't think you need 3. 2 should be fine since you can search it. I play 3 Alert Darkness. Like I said, draws nice. You play a lot of dark cards in this. Sometimes you just get rid of access cards that you don't need. And drawing, just like I said, drawing cards. The only cards in this deck that are not dark are Haman and Uriah. So, but everything else should be dark. So, you should be good. So 3 Alert Darkness, and that's just if you take my build. Y'all probably have better builds. Like I said, this is just my casual, thing. Foolish Burial of Goods. Like I said, you want to send your spell and traps. Usually I would use these to send Cerulean Skyfire or a trap that I'll show off later. To the grave with these. It's usually for that, but you can also send other things. Like you can send a Spirit, because Spirit, I don't think Spirit says you can't get another one, so you can always do that. But I really don't like having multiple Open of the Spirit Gates on the field. So, but Fool's Red Goods is just to deck them a bit. 2 Twin Twisters. Back row's kind of scary. You want to deal with back rows fast as you can if you want, like, really. Plus the discard's good because sometimes you need stuff in the grave. So Twin Twisters. 1-ofs, I play 1 Upstart Goblin. Like I said, drawing's good. 1 Day of Peace, drawing's good. Even if 1 Day of Peace gives your opponent a draw, it's still good because it also makes it to where like neither you or him can take, like neither you or them, I'm not gonna say him, neither you or them can take damage for until the end of their turn. So that's really good because with the Sacred Beast anyway, like let's say you do go second and you play this with the Sacred Beast anyway, if you use Dark Summoning Beast's effect, you can't attack that turn anyway. So playing 1 Day of Peace isn't really going to hurt you because you're probably not going to attack the turn you go, even if you do go second. So this is really good. Even if you give them a draw, it's still good. Call by the Grave. I really wish this card was at 2. I really wish it was at 2 because this card is really good for hand traps. You're going to see a lot of players that play hand traps usually, unless you and your friends just don't. Because I know me and my friends, we weren't playing hand traps for a good minute. Call by the Grave is nice because if they stop you when you're trying to combo, it really can hurt you. Because I think last time I played this deck, my friend Effect Veilered my one of my summoning beasts that I summon, the one that I normal summon to search. He did that and it threw my whole like game plan off. But Call by the Grave is really nice. Kind of want to see it early. Hopefully you can alert into it or you just draw it. I really hope they bump this back up to 2. I guess it's so good that they had to put it back at 1. Or they had to put it at 1. Foolish Burial, like I say, you want cards in your graveyard sometimes. Sometimes you need to find what you're looking for. Or you just sometimes you need to ditch a fiend that you want to get back with opening of the spirit gates. Or you want to send a dragon, so if you tribute you can summon it. You have targets for it. 1 for 1. I played the 3 level 1 Chaos Summoning Beast. This is just an easy way to get to them already on the field, so you don't have to continue to waste normal summons and stuff. Monster Reborn, because you could bring back Chaos Summoning Beast or Dark Summoning Beast, whatever one you need. Or you could just bring back any monster, except for the Sacred Beast, unless they were summoned properly. You can't Monster Reborn them. But Monster Reborn. On to traps. I play 3 Awakening of the Sacred Beast. This trap is amazing. For Sacred Beast, I'm not going to say it's an amazing card, but it's a good for Sacred Beast. Negates effects depending on the number of Sacred Beasts you have with different names. If you have 1, you gain the life points equal to that monster's attack points. If they normal or special summon, it's just more. The more they summon, the more life points you're going to get. If you have 2 Sacred Beasts on the field, which you usually want to have 2 Sacred Beasts on the field when you activate this, activated effects of your opponent's monsters can't be activated. And no, it negates the activated effects of monsters. So, like, if they have an activated effect, it instantly negates. So, that's good. And if you have 3 Sacred Beasts, which usually you can do usually later on in the game, if they survive the 2 Sacred Beasts. If you summon the 3 Sacred Beasts, usually which will be Uriah, anything that goes to their graveyard is banished. So, that's good because a lot of decks play off grave, kind of like this deck. So, if you can get the 3 Sacred Beasts, that's fine. But usually you just want to go to 2. Negate any monster effects. A lot of decks usually just use monster effects and spells. So, that's usually, yeah. And then 1 Hyper Blaze. A lot of people don't like this card. I think it's cool as a one-off. It helps Uriah mostly, but it does other things. That's why I play it. So, if Uriah is in battle, you can send a trap from your deck to the graveyard, and then Uriah's power becomes equal to the number of traps on field and in both players' graveyard instead of just continuous traps in your graveyard. So that's good. It makes it to where Uriah can go over monsters. It also has the effect that once per turn you can, I think it discard. You could discard a card and special summon, or special summon 1 Sacred Beast, or add a Sacred Beast from your deck, from your graveyard to your hand. So it helps you get your Sacred Beast back, but you can't special summon them if you didn't summon them properly anyway. So it's literally there just to get them back to your hand if you end up somehow having them in the graveyard. But that's it for the deck. Let me go on to the extra deck. I play 1 Salomon Great Almaraj. This is the one. This is like one of the only cards in the extra deck you really summon, to be honest. You take 1 normal summon monster with 1,000 or less attack, which the fiends have 0. So if you normal summon them, you can use it. Quick effect: you tribute this card. Target 1 monster you control. It cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects this turn. When the normal summon monster you control is destroyed by battle, while this card in your grave you special summon this card. Usually you only use it for the tribute effect to protect the monster. And I do know that you usually have Fallen Paradise and stuff, but let's say your opponent gives rid of your Fallen Paradise or something like that. This is really good for that. So you tribute, and then you target. I usually target Haman, but you can target Haman, Raviel, Uriah, whatever, and make it to where they can't be destroyed by card effects. So that way you can at least try to keep a Sacred Beast on your field to your next turn. The only way they can, because like usually most monsters in the game can't get over them unless they're like using Utopia Lightning, or they're using usually just Utopia Lightning or the Access Code Talker. But I haven't run into a person who plays Access Code, so I play 1 of that. I play 1 Relinquish Amina. I play 3 level 1s, so you could summon this with those if you just want to take a monster. And that's just really the only reason he's in there. I thought about putting an Instant Fusion in here to play Relinquish and then go into this. Like I thought about doing that combo, but I haven't decided. Because if I do, I would just take something out. I'd have to think out what I want to take out and add the Instant Fusion. I don't know. On to the train package. Play the train package. Super Rare, Cannon, Gusto, Dora, and Juggernaut. The Sacred Beasts are level 10s, so you could use them to summon this. Let's say your opponent's life points is low, like lower than 2,000, you can summon this. pop burn him for the rest. You can go into this and then go into this. This is a big beat stick. You can use this to get over like maybe a problematic monster that your Sacred Beast just couldn't even get over. You could probably use that for that. But that's pretty much really it. You could detach a materia and it gains 2,000 for the rest of this turn. Yeah, and so you could get this to 6,000 and smack your opponent. But yeah, that's that. And then these two, Phantasm Emperor, Trolog, and then, well, my camera don't want to focus now. Chaos Phantom, the fusion between all the Sacred Beasts. And this technically is another fusion of all the Sacred Beasts. I used this against a friend of mine because he had me like in a stalemate to where I couldn't swing at him, and he couldn't deal with the Sacred Beast, so I summoned this and just kept burning him. I did this when I was playing like multiple Sacred Beast cards, and then this is just a big 10,000 beat stick. I don't play the fusion spell in the deck; it's in the side deck technically. So, but you can put the fusion spell in the side deck and play it. But that's all the extra deck. This is the side deck. One-dimensional fusion destruction. I took this out because I just realized that I didn't really need the fusion summon to beat my opponent. I literally would just play what I had in the deck. Usually two or three Sacred Beasts are enough. But if they're not, just go into one of the XYZs. But if you want to side deck this is fine. Like if you know there's a deck that's problematic, you could side this. I played the three hand destructions. It was in the deck for a while, but I realized I didn't want to play it anymore. You can still play it. It still does things like because it can help you dump a lot of cards to the graveyard faster. But I just thought it wasn't worth it. I thought Foolish Burial Goods was better, so I took it out. One danger, Chupacabra. It was just another danger, another darkness target. I was only using it for that. But sometimes I'll put it back in the deck just cause. And then I had the extra Dark Summoning Beast. I was playing 3. You can probably play 3 if you want. I just thought 2 was fine because there's ways to get rid of it or send it to the graveyard. Or if you have it in your hand, you could ditch it, summon it back. Like I just don't think I needed 3. I thought 2 was fine. So, and then the extra Raphael, because you can bump if you don't want to play Uriah, you could take Uriah out and then that trap if you want to out, and then play the extra Raphael if you want to go for Raphael Haman package. Really, if you just want to play those two, you can if you want. I was playing 2 Haman, 2 Raphael, and 1 Uriah at one time, but the extra Raphael felt like it was clogging, so I felt like I think playing 4 Sacred Beasts in total is just the best ratio. So, but if you don't want to play Uriah, you could take him out and play another Raphael. Then there's just 3 tokens. Oh, and I don't know why I had another Foolish Burial in there. But just the 3 tokens for, what's the name? That's not really a side deck thing. But that's my Sacred Beast deck profile. Like I said, I want to bring casual decks to the... I just want to bring, like, casual play decks to the channel. Because we usually only play casual games. There's barely anything competitive. And also, you can change some stuff out and play some hand traps if you want. Like, I'd maybe take out those. Maybe him as well if you want to play 3 Ash or whatever. I never really cared for hand traps. I'm starting to get used to them because I am starting to play them in decks, but I don't play them as much, so. But yeah, that's my Sacred Beast deck profile. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all liked it. Like I said, if you know a competitive build, let me know what you would take out and put in the deck. Let me know if you like Sacred Beast. Let me know if you like Gods more than Sacred Beast. I like the Sacred Beast more than the Gods, personally. But, yeah, just let me know. I'm going to try to bring a Egyptian God deck profile sooner or later. I'm not sure. I'm not going to make no promises. I might try to. It'll probably be a while, though. But, let us know what kind of content y'all want to see on the channel. If you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh!, Vanguard, Buddy Fight, maybe Digimon Gate Ruler, let us know. But that's going to be the end of my turn. Peace.